Stop going to the dealership until you have numbers in writing from the dealership.
Something that nobody's really talking about, and it's a big concern. More and more people are buying their cars at the dealership, but they are not getting it serviced there.
Returning her BMW X5M to the bank because she's tired of paying $2,000 a month, and the principal is not being affected whatsoever.
2025 for most people was very, 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 very challenging. 2025 for most people was very, 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 very challenging, and we are seeing car dealerships close at the rate that pubs have been closing in recent years. Car dealers are literally dropping because it is so tough. Our overheads have gone up. Again, not talking about just us as a dealership, but generally overheads have gone up. Wages have gone up, minimum wage has gone up. Staff are under more pressure financially, which puts pressures on the directors. We'll talk about this a lot on the channel. Because minimum wage has gone up, well, the minimum wage people are thinking, well, I'm getting more money now, this is great. But then the businesses are thinking, you know, I can't afford to get more staff, so I've got to put more work onto these minimum wage staff. So they now need to work harder. Although they're getting a bit more money, they're happier. Still not enough money because it doesn't cover what they're doing back home. They need to work harder because the business can't afford to take on new staff. Auto Trader, we've seen a lot go on with Auto Trader. They're in a bad place at the minute. Their share prices have dropped by 25% in the last few months. No big business can afford for the value of their business to drop by 25% at any point in the journey, right? At the point that they're at, top of the market, extremely valuable, a quarter of their value dropped in the space of a few months. They must be panicking at the minute. The reason that's happened is multiple reasons. One, the car trade is changing. Two, my friend Ibby has created that group and it's allowed car traders to be very vocal about how the pressure that Auto Trader are putting on their business. I've spoke to Auto Trader this week. Again, we're sort of just fueling or going into details of, there's so much to talk about in this video. Auto Trader are adamant that the car trade has just been tough the last few weeks. Inquiries are down. I'm like, well, why are inquiries down? I'm seeing all these other dealers moaning, why are inquiries down? Auto Trader's answer to that is, it's just quiet at the minute. It's just quieter. The world's changing. And like I say, the reason for me doing this video is to motivate and inspire. It is the end of 2025. And I'll be honest with you, I am blessed in many ways because 2025 for us as a business was the best year in business that we ever had. And I am super excited for 2026.
Here's something that nobody's really talking about, and it's a big concern. More and more people are buying their cars at the dealership, but they are not getting it serviced there. And here's the crazy part, it's happening faster than anyone expected. So what's the big deal? Well, when people don't service their car at a dealership, they don't usually buy from that dealership, and there goes the long-term loyalty that dealerships are after. So why do you think that customers are leaving dealerships and getting their car serviced themselves? Is it trust? Is it convenience? Is it price? Let me know. I want to know what you guys think.
Is the most expensive Lexus I've walked up to. That's not even, nowadays, that's become normal. You know, $50,000 is not expensive in a car for a lot of people because they're just gonna go 84 months. They're just like, hey, I can afford this payment. That's the mindset of the new car buyer now. It's all about payments, payments, payments. And so I think people are stretching more. And so now they're like, hey, Toyota's already this expensive. Let's just go get a Lexus. It's the same dang price, $74,000. Yeah, TX350, man. Sitting, 70 grand. It really makes me wonder though, this is this is it. This is all they have in stock. Allocations probably get sold before they get here on deposits, but this is exactly what every single car lot was like just a few years ago. Now this is rare. You rarely will find this, and I only see this at a Lexus dealer. No other dealership is this empty and this low on inventory. Some say Lexus is doing it on purpose. That way they can keep prices inflated, and dealerships have a lot more power when inventory is this low because people feel like they want the car, they'll pay whatever. Over MSRP, they'll pay this, they'll pay that if it's limited and hard to get. So let me know what you guys think. Lexus dealerships still completely empty in 2025, yet every other dealer is full to the brim. Let me know what you think. Have a great day and stay blessed.
Buyers are liars, man. Buyers are liars. Had a guy from Chicago reach out on this car. It is ancient. We've had it for an eternity. 2016 GT Premium, 36,000 miles. Selling it for $28,900. Find a cheaper one, seriously. first thing the guy does is ask me for a billion pictures of the car, videos of the car, which is fine. I mean, I don't care, man, whatever. So I do all that, send all that to him. It's all good. And then, of course, he's straight on to numbers. He wants to know his out-the-door price. So I tell him it's $28,995 plus doc. And keep in mind, this guy is from Chicago. Then he asked me about shipping without even saying anything after I say the price. And so I got to get his address from him. I call my freight guy. I get him an exact shipping quote. And then after I give him that, he says, yeah, the car's not worth that. I guess I missed the part where the car was so cheap you had to call me from a different state and ask me to ship it to you. I guess it's not worth the money I'm asking for it then.
Lady is returning her BMW X5M to the bank because she's tired of paying $2,000 a month and the principal is not being affected whatsoever.
I know I'm being scammed. In 1993, which is a hell of a lot, right? I know. That was the stupidest thing I ever done. But that was the dumbest mistake ever. But I'm here to tell you, y'all can have that car back.
There's a viral video going around from this TikToker, Just Being Brianna. She was surprised after 1 year of making almost $2,000 payments on a 2021 BMW X5M that most of her payments didn't really affect the principal balance, and she only paid $5,000 towards the principal. This is why it is so important. This is why I post my customer videos for everybody to read the contract, to understand what they're getting themselves into, because these financial obligations are serious, and there can't be a situation where we will all be blind and ignorant to the fact to say that, oh, I'm being scammed. And I'm not blaming this young lady for posting her video. I'm sure she is shocked and surprised that all of her payments, which are very significant month to month, almost $2,000 on this 2021 BMW X5, didn't really put a dent in her principal. But this is where we take accountability, we take a step back, and we understand how do we improve and how do we better ourselves financially, mentally, physically, emotionally on the next part in our lives. So this is one of those moments, so let's take a look.
Let me confirm the reason.
Working at a car dealership is great, but when you're in the auto industry and you work at a Toyota car dealership, it's even better. And when you're in the auto industry and you work at a Toyota dealership, that allows you to do events like Black Friday, where all these cars are massively discounted, is pretty cool. Let me walk you through some of the discounts and why this sales event is unlike any other in the country. Starting with a $99 car. It's the $99 car, the 2011 RAV4 in the Roman Toyota showroom. This is what started all the hype and all the traffic 3 years ago when we started the $99 car. No other dealership, like I said, is doing this, but there's more than that. There's more deals. Let's go look at them. It's not just the $99 car. How about a 2001 Camry for $999 plus tax, title, and doc? Or a 2008 Highlander Hybrid, $7,027 is the KBB fair purchase price of this vehicle. On Black Friday, we're gonna retail this thing for $5,626. Another pretty good deal. Oh, but Zach, it's a Toyota dealership. Of course you only have Toyotas. Honda Civic. $4,219 is the typical listing price for KBB. $1,999 Black Friday. We got a Honda Accord all the way out at the very front of the lot. $11,225 is what it's online for now. You can buy it Black Friday for $8,899. Guys, this is the deals we have around the dealership, and it's crazy. Like, just looking over here, here's a Prius for $750. They're everywhere. We're gonna have over 40 cars here Black Friday. If you're in the auto industry and your dealership isn't doing stuff like this that makes your job easy to buy cars, to sell cars, for you to make money, reach out to me, DM me, Roman Toyota. My name's Zach. I run the dealership. I'd love to meet you. Come work for a dealership that makes selling cars and buying cars profitable for you and tough for customers to pass up.
You know, the most frustrating thing about owning a used car dealerships are the customers, all right? The customers sometimes you see have no business trying to buy a car, okay? What are they doing? I don't know. But it frustrates me so much, all right? So I'm selling this car right here. 2020 Honda Accord, 136,000 miles. Boom, I get a lead from Car Gurus. Hey, I'm interested in your car. All right, cool, let me call you up. Ring, all right, how much, you're interested in financing? Okay, how much did you want to put down? I want to put $1,000 down. All right, go ahead and fill out my credit application and send me your bank statements. Bro, 470 FICO score. Oh my God, 470 FICO score. Let me see. Delinquent. Collections. Past due. What the fuck? Then I look at her bank statements. Negative $100 ending balance. What are you doing? Like, you have no business trying to get a car, you know, trying to get more in debt. Another extra $500 a month monthly payment. You have no business here. Like, you should not be getting a finance car, all right? Especially 2020. But they don't get it. They don't get it. They just want a brand new 2020 car. They don't care about the monthly payment. But delinquent. All her accounts are delinquent. All her accounts are past due. 450 FICO. But yet, they are still here trying to buy a car from me. I'll never understand it.
All right, man. I just need your income for the credit application. We can get the ball rolling.
Oh yeah, I make around 1,500.
1,500 a week. Okay, so about $6,000.
No. A month.
1,500 a month, dude. Your payment's $670. You're not going to get approved.
Yeah, that's fine. I should get approved.
No, I'll just put $3,000.
But I don't make $3,000.
No, it's fine, man. We'll be able to take care of it. I'll go talk to my GM right now.
I don't even make that.
You'll be fine, man. Trust me. We know what we're doing. So we'll issue. He only makes $1,500 a month on the credit application.
I saw that.
I bumped it up to $3,000.
Oh, I already bumped it up to 45.
Oh, you did? Did you get an approval on that?
I'm not sure. Go check with finance.
Okay, awesome. And so, just to give you a little bit of an update, I closed my guy. I put it on there that he made $3,000 a month. GM, he actually bumped it up to $4,500, hoping.
Oh yeah, that wasn't gonna work either. I actually already bumped him up to 6,000, and I got an approval. So go get him right now. He's ready to go.
Awesome, cool, thanks. All right, man, we got you approved. All we need is your ID, and we can get this rolling.
How'd you get me approved?
Oh man, I mean, we just know how to do it around here.
I gotta say, you're the first dealer to get me approved, but thank you.
You're welcome, man. Congratulations.
No problem.
There are a lot of dealers that are worried that it's slow right now, but it's normal. Here's the caveat. Every single year, other than the 2 years of the pandemic, 2020 and 2021, all the years I've been in business, I've noticed this time of the year, from fall, beginning of fall until like mid-January, car sales slow down. Car sales slow down. That's just the way it is. There's nothing you could do about that. I think this year what I want to do is I want to re-strategize. I want to take this downtime to re-strategize our buying, our marketing, our selling, maybe even go as far as eliminating some cars that we usually buy. And we're not going to buy them anymore. I have a couple cars on my mind that I'm not interested in buying anymore. The other thing I want to do this year is get a lot of inventory. In the next couple of months, I want to rack up on inventory. And even though we all know it's expensive at the auctions right now, it's only going to get more expensive come January. It's going to get more expensive. So I think I'm going to take the time the next couple of months to really get inventory and, re-strategize a little bit and see how it goes. So maybe instead of, complaining, I hate to say it like that, maybe instead of complaining, all we should be doing is seeing how we can make things better for ourselves next year, because things are going to go back to normal. It is going to pick back up, guaranteed.
Stop going to the dealership until you have numbers in writing from the dealership. Stay tuned. If you're new to my page, my name's Bill. I'm a car buying expert and I love saving you money at the dealership. You need to ask the dealership on the phone for the out the door price in writing. Now, this is not a quote. This is not a verbal, this is how much it is. It's not just a total. It is a breakdown, an itemized breakdown of all of the math, everything the dealership plans on charging you, plus your taxes, giving you a grand total, a bottom line. Doing this is a super simple method to differentiate the shitty dealerships from the good ones. The good dealerships won't have any issues sending you an out-the-door price, and the shady dealerships that planned on taking advantage of you are the ones that are going to be very reluctant to send these numbers. It's important to remember that we're not just asking for an out-the-door price because we plan on negotiating. If you want to negotiate, of course, you have your most leverage doing it from the comfort of your living room. Sitting at the dealership is way too much pressure, and they're quick to say no because they know you have to get up and leave to really object to their no. Otherwise, you're moving forward and saying yes. So doing it in your living room is way easier, but that's really not the point of all this. The point of doing everything from home is to find out if it's a dealership I even want to work with in the first place. If they send me numbers and there's a bunch of crazy fees and they're not willing to remove those, I'm not even going to that dealership now. When you come across a reputable dealership that's willing to give you numbers over the phone, all they're going to need in order to give you those numbers is the address that you'll be registering the vehicle vehicle, and this is so they can assess state taxes. The dealership might ask you if you have a trade-in, if you have any money down, and you can tell them all those answers later. For now, you just want to see what everything comes to. So tell your salesperson or whoever you're talking to on the phone that you really don't know just yet. You'd like to see what everything comes to before you decide on any of that. When I'm looking for a great deal for a client, I will make a list of 5 vehicles. That's whether I'm shopping brand new or used. I want to have a really good idea of the market that I'm shopping in, so I make a list of 5 vehicles that check all the boxes and that I'd be willing to move forward on, provided I could get the best deal. And that's going to be a list that's going to get narrowed down pretty quick, because a lot of the dealerships don't want to send you numbers or will have these crazy fees. But this is great news for you, because you just saved yourself a trip to possibly 3 out of those 5 dealerships that suck. Once you find the right dealership and that right deal, now the next steps come into play. That's getting the best trade value if there's a trade involved, making sure the financing is perfect. You don't want to do any of that at the dealership. There's no leverage at the dealership to do these things. Do them from your house and then go to the dealership when everything is all set. Those of you calling all the dealerships in your immediate area and they're all telling you you have to come in for pricing, consider calling a little further out. Sometimes driving a couple hours out of your comfort zone can save you thousands of dollars. Not to mention, if you can get pricing from the people that are further away and then leverage your local dealerships to come down on their price, that might be an option. Remember, the out-the-door price is the only price that matters. The price that's advertised on the website doesn't include taxes and fees, and that's what we need to know. If this information was interesting and you think other people should hear it, please help me get the word out about these unfair dealership practices.